All right, hopefully it starts. So what is up, you guys? In this video we are doing stuff away from my car. I got a huge update for my car, by the way. If you guys are wondering, I know it's been a while since I posted the last video, but in this video we're going to be working on Jose's car, which has been down for quite some time. As you guys remember, we pulled the engine out of it and took it all apart, but we haven't even started putting it back together yet. So and that's probably not going to be happening. But all right, so here's his car right here, sitting down. Last weekend we went over and cleaned it out a good bit, like the engine bay and stuff. It's super clean now. Like, it's not perfect, but it's crazy clean. I'm happy about it. He's happy about it. So what we're ending up doing, instead of building that motor, which I'm pretty sure some of you guys were looking forward to, but due to money issues, we're not going to be going that route. Instead, we both went in and bought a 240 SX vert, and this thing still runs. It's automatic. I think they come automatic, if I'm not mistaken. But this thing is like clean as fuck. So basically, I bought the shell and he bought the engine that's in it. It runs, it's a perfectly put together car for the most part. Like, it runs perfectly fine, has awesome AC and everything. But I have decided to split the engine and the shell because I want to sort of swap something else into it and have a fun street car. But Jose is going to get the engine out of it, so we're going to be swapping this engine that's in this car into Jose's car so Jose can get back out there on the track and have his 240 back. And yeah, so I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna like bitch in the comments maybe and say that I shouldn't like swap the engine out if it's running perfectly fine. This looks like a unicorn car basically. Like, it was only like daily drove to like work and stuff by the previous owner. Has a crackless dash. Like, this thing is like beautiful for the most part. But yeah, I don't really want the K in it. I'm gonna do like a clean swap, and I'm not drifting this car ever. I plan on keeping it and just having it, whatever I swap into it, I already know what I'm swapping. I've told some people, but I'll save that like as a secret for the channel. But yeah, I plan on swapping it and going that route, making it a clean swap and keeping AC and all that shit. And it's gonna be a dope car basically with what I have envisioned for it in the future. So yeah, this is another project car for me that you guys will definitely see on the channel later on. But yeah, KA engine's coming out in this video, and it's going into Jose's car so that he can get back on track. All right, you guys, so we're making some progress on this. It's only been like an hour into the whole engine swap or engine pull. Not crazy amount of work done, but got a lot of space freed up on the exhaust side. I pulled all the EGR stuff out since I don't even want to use that anymore. Fucking bitch. Squirting water all over me. But yeah, all the EGR stuff, most of it on the exhaust side is out. So I can mess around with the exhaust manifold, pull that, motor mount down there. And pull the freaking power steering stuff off and the AC compressor. And then Jose's working on the radiator and fans and all that stuff, so we have room to actually pull the motor out. So, yep, that's where we are right now. Alright, you guys, so we have like, I think everything undone. We just gotta, when we're pulling it up, make sure the harness and stuff isn't caught on anything. And what?
We went on trans get out.
So yeah, we're gonna pull both the engine and trans out at one time, so we didn't have to undo the transmission really. Yeah, we just gotta hope that nothing's caught on anything when we're pulling it out. So everything's unbolted, AC compressor and the power steering's undone, starter's undone, alternator, harness, all that crap. Yeah, it should be ready to come out. Oh no, I just forgot. We gotta unbolt the exhaust.
You didn't unbolt it?
No, I only did the freaking cross member for the
No, at
trans.
the manifold or down
God dang it. Just the at the very, like, the 3 bolts that connect the header to the exhaust. So yeah, I'll slide under there and do it real fast. But yeah, other than that, I think it's ready to come out, you guys. So I'm about to do that right fast. Alright, you guys, basically got it pulled. We're just finding all the last little bits of wires or anything that we forgot that's still connected. And then it's already off the transmission. We decided to separate the two because, I don't know, it was just giving us a hassle trying to pull just like both of them out. And I sort of forgot to undo the shifting linkage thingy, the cable for the shifter. So, but yeah, it's about to come out. Alright, you guys, so it is day 2. It's the morning, well, I guess afternoon now, after pulling this thing out of this. So, what we got right here is some of my Honda car keys, and then we got a intake gasket, because we're going to be pulling the intake off and deleting all of this bullshit, like all these vacuum lines. I want to pull that butterfly valve out that goes like through the top of the intake. Yeah, we're gonna clean up a lot of shit on it, pressure wash it, get it all nice and neat. And then below we got a flywheel and a clutch, since it is an automatic car, and we're not trying to reuse the clutch that you had on that because that sucker was like all roasted up anyway. We're just running the stock clutch just because money issues. We're not trying to go all big baller style and fancy clutch quite yet. So yeah, that's the engine. And this car is going to have its own project series thing in the future, so this is just going to be sitting. I'm going to clean it up a little bit in the future. But yeah, let's get back to it. We're about to yank this torque converter thingy off right here. I don't know how to do that yet, but we're about to figure it out and clean everything up and get this freaking engine in there, because if we don't do it today, then we got to burn the whole 240 down, and you know how that goes. So Jose don't think it's gonna be done today, but it's gonna be fucking done today.
Are you gonna leave it sitting right there? No, that's the
This
plan.
boy wants to leave here. You want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings today?
Yeah, like later though.
What challenge is it that you want to do?
It's what is it? The 12 wing? I think it's the 12 wing. You eat 12 wings of the hottest sauce they got in under.
I ate 4 of them.
I think it's 5 or 6 minutes, and I mean you get a free T-shirt and a meal for you. So
I think you could do it.
I think I can do that too.
I mean, look at you.
See, my plan is if I do it, I have to eat all of them real quick
That's the plan.
before I start tasting it.
That's the plan.
Jose, just follow that shit.
Hell yeah, boy. I would fuck that. I would fuck that up, dude.
Well, while y'all finish doing a little bit of that, I'm going to go ahead and do my breakfast.
Okay. Well, what our plan is, because we're going to put the clutch and stuff on and then put it in the car. And then do that, and then put that back on, and then I'll probably end up cleaning. I want to get all this, all this bothering mom up here. So,
Hurry up.
get this shit on.
Alright guys, so we about to pick this shit up, put the clutch and flywheel on, and try and drop it in the car. Alright you guys, this is another day. This is like a week later, Saturday. Just woke up not too long ago. And this is Jose's car now. So, under this towel right here is the K. Bam, there it is. And then we got the intake right here, because this is what we're mainly messing with. we're going to be plugging off all of these, like the PCV ports for the intake. We're going to be capping that off. I undid all of this freaking crazy vacuum line mess, and we're going to basically we're going to mod the heater core lines right here. We're going to probably cap this one off, which in return caps off one of these, like this mini one over here. And then after that, we're just gonna run a heater core line from here that goes to the block, goes to right here, and that's it for the most part. We might just run like a hose from this, like through the intake where it comes out, like right here above the thermostat housing. And when we do that, we're just gonna run it to where the PCV goes to atmosphere, and maybe someday he'll get like a catch can or some shit, but we'll just have it running to atmosphere for right now, just so we can get the car running and have like something coming out, so where it's not just like blowing PCV out right here where it's like hard to get to once the intake's on. So yeah, that's what we're just messing with like a lot of intake stuff. And then we're gonna have to go get, he has some headers down there that were originally on his car, or down there somewhere. We're gonna put that on here, the headers, and we'll get like some custom exhaust made in the future. We're just literally just trying to get the car started today, bolt everything back up, plug everything back up, and it should be good. All right, you guys, so this is what the intake sort of looks like now. We're almost complete. So you got the little butterfly valves out, and I think we're just gonna maybe leave this whole rod in here. Usually we pull it out. When we pull it out, it leaves a giant intake hole right here, which will be like a vacuum leak. So I think we're just gonna leave it in there, because I mean, yeah, it's gonna restrict the flow just a teeny bit, but it's not gonna be like the whole freaking butterfly valve blocking it. So that should be fine. If his engine blows up from anything that we didn't catch inside there, then it's not my fault. But let's see. So we took off the PCV stuff, we capped each line. I'm not putting a clamp on it because it's only gonna be pulling vacuum. We're not boosting this motor yet. So yeah, it's just gonna be sucking in air this way, so it's not gonna wanna pop these off. So these are airtight. Plug this line right here. We bypassed this, so this is no longer in use. Cap this, because that's where it connected to. Cap this, because this is still gonna be in use right here, as you see. And this is a heater core line that we bought from O'Reilly's. This is extended right here because it was going to other places and it was part of a giant mess. So put that there. That's going to connect right to this thing, the thermostat housing. And let's see, what else did we cap? We still got to figure this out. Like, we got this on here, but this is going to be pressurized because that's part of the heater core line and radiator system. So we're either going to try and like put some type of clamp on it. We might just even put a zip tie on it. Fuck it. If it doesn't work, then we'll just cap it with another cap. We just ran out of our bigger caps, like these size. This is what we need for that, but we ran out, so we're just gonna run that, probably put a zip tie on it and call it. And that's basically it for the most part. Oh, and then there's this little tiny thing underneath the throttle body. So the throttle body's right there. It's underneath. We cap that one off. Again, it's just vacuum, so no clamp needed. Now what we're doing is pulling off the, whoa, I was throwing 10 millimeters. That's how we lose them around here. And we got the idle air control valve right here. We're pulling that off because the connection, like where the plug goes into, it popped off of it. So we have this old intake. We're pulling it off the old one, and we're gonna stick it on here, and it's gonna be good. And this is Jose right here, and this is Fernando, Jose's little brother.
This is whip. And
that's what his whip right there. The GTI has got like a GT30 turbo, has a huge like whistle and shit. You should hear this little valve on this thing, dude. It's like so fucking rad.
Dude, what? I do?
Yeah, man, you do. He's pushing like, what is it, like 540 horsepower? Someday. Nah, it's pretty nice though. He just got these wheels. He needs to get some more low on it though, but it's pretty clean. I like it.
Get some more low.
Yeah, it needs more low.
First of all, do you know what a battery impacts
These
for?
are on their tank.
Oh yes. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
short as bolt.
So we like rigged up a EGR block off plate for Jose a long time ago, and we used a 12, a 13, and a 14 size bolt. So we made it like extra hard to pull off, and then we like put a shit ton of RTV on there.
Yeah, we did. Oh,
yep.
shit.
So now we got Hyro out here supplying the fucking pistons and drumstick ice cream cones. So
Gotta rehydrate.
you already know.
Look at all the RTV.
It freaking worked though.
Yo, how long did it take you to realize there was a chicken right there?
The fuck?
Thank you, mate. I'm gonna touch it.
Good things too, things go right. Good things too to make it happen. Good things do to make it happen. Your car.
I got some, oh yeah, you got the bricks cleaner. Alright you guys, so we got a lot of shit plugged in, and on the car, we did like a slight crank up, where it was like cranked for like 2 seconds, and we saw it like actually run for 2 seconds. Yeah, it freaking runs and everything. We're just buttoning everything up. We did find a small issue with the fuel pump. For some reason the fuel pump don't want to work, so we ran like a jumper wire to the power right here all the way to the back in the fuel pump, and yeah, that's how we got it running. But other than that, everything's just bolting up nice and easy. We sort of got like a small car meet going on here. So we got like Fernando, we got my buddy Cody, his Civic right there, and then we got Grace's GTI. So yeah, we got like a small little thing of cars over here while we're working on this bitch right here. So yep, this is where we are right now, and hopefully we should have most of.
Hopefully in the next clip we'll be doing fatty burnout. Maybe.
For sure? You got this? 100%?
100%, dog.
100%? We're gonna have this thing running? Okay, let's do it. I'm down. Alright, you guys, so it's getting dark out, as you see. We got, I think, everything set up for the most part. There's no coolant in it yet. We're just doing a test startup. Just threw the headers on there. I don't think we're going to actually run those headers because there's, like, the gasket's all shot and everything. We just literally threw it on there just to start up purposes. And, yeah, we're just test starting it for you guys and seeing if it can just like idle at least a little bit at like a steady rate for like a couple seconds maybe, because we still don't have the motor mounts bolted down. There's like the stud going through, but we don't have the nut on top, so I don't want to like wiggle the freaking bolt through and then the motor's like dropping everywhere. So yeah, we're gonna start it up for you guys. You ready, Jose? Yep. All right, hopefully it starts. So it fucking lives. We did like a sort of test startup off camera, and we were fucking around over here with like the fucking battery. I'm gonna let you guys know this. Like it's super fucking shitty of us. Well, definitely on me because I didn't.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
But I had the fucking battery backwards, so I'm sitting here with the negative on the positive side and the positive on the negative side. Sitting here like it's sparking like fucking crazy. Like I'm talking about, we had them on the fucking battery, trying to start it, and it just wasn't starting. Like shit wasn't going right, and we just didn't, like, we just failed to realize until I got the fucking power probe thing right here. And if it runs green, that means you're like testing it backwards. So like you got it on like fucking, you have the clamp right here, which is supposed to be on ground. That means you have this on positive, and then you're touching this to negative, and it was coming up green, which means it was fucking backwards. And it's still like, it was still throwing me off. I was like, yo, something's definitely wrong here. And then Jose was like, is the battery backwards? And I fucking look at the shit, and it's like, yeah, we had the fucking terminals fucking backwards. I was like, oh my fucking god. But after we did that, it started right up, and I just wanted to give you guys a confirmed startup that it actually fucking runs. And yeah, it's fucking alive now. We just gotta put coolant in it, bolt down the motor mounts, and I guess like that's about it for the most part. Yeah. Oh, an exhaust manifold, but yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
I'm ready.
Alright, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Our little fucking mess ups and everything like that. We sort of swapped this thing within a weekend. We would have had it all done last weekend for the most part, but like halfway through today we just stopped and hung out and did like regular people things, so instead of like car shit. But yeah, it only took us basically a weekend to swap the whole motor from a totally stock car, which means like
Stock automatic.
stock automatic, into Jose's car. So yeah, it wasn't too bad of a job. It definitely had its shitty moments, but yeah, for the most part it went smooth. And yeah, now Jose's about to be back on track and drifting again. So I guess we'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, you guys. If you guys haven't, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. So later, guys.
She makes me mad. Speaks